This is UnEarthed, an immersive documentary uncovering the crafts that built the modern world. In the narrow valleys of Germany's Bergische Land, the famous City of Blades was not a single factory, but a network of small workshops. What you are about to see is the work of a traditional fitter, assembling knife handles and blades by hand. To make table knives, he first shortens the differently sized blade tangs to 24 millimeters. At the workbench by the window, Walter Krebs first fills the hollow metal handles with sand to increase their weight. He adds only enough sand to keep the handle movable. After filling in the resin powder, the fitter checks whether handle and blade head close without gaps. The most important tool in the final production of metal cutlery is the clamping machine. Handle and blade can be adjusted with screws until the knife is properly aligned. Then he pours molten lead into the handle and pushes in the blade. The basic equipment of a fitter's workshop also includes polishing blocks. With these machines, the cutlery is ground and polished using appropriate wheels. The fitter grinds the joint between blade head and handle to remove lead residue. Under the workbench is the wave grinding machine. The serrated edge was not originally part of the fitter's tasks. It was done by supplier firms. Walter Krebs only learned this technique later in the early 1950s after passing his master craftsman's examination. At the polishing block, the knife is finally given a fine polish on a cloth wheel previously treated with polishing compound. Walter Krebs was born in 1901 in Brunosburg. From 1915 to 1918, he learned the fitter's trade in the Stahlwarenfabrik Werder. After finishing his apprenticeship, he stayed with the company until 1923, when he decided to set up his own workshop. He now makes a knife with a deer horn handle. First, the raw horn piece is milled at both ends to attach the metal band and end cap. At another grinding block, he shapes the pre-milled tangs. After milling and pressing the tangs comes the shaping process. For this, Walter Krebs re-equips the polishing block, replacing the cutter with a cloth wheel. The hinged cover above the spindle is connected to a dust box. Polishing wheels are treated with different compounds and greases depending on the material. For shaping the horn, the cloth wheel is coated with a pumice mixture. To insert the blade tang, the fitter drills the horn handle from both sides. The holes must meet exactly in the middle. For filing, the horn handle is placed on a pin held in a vise. After fitting, the blade is resin set. For this, he uses a mixture of resin and chalk. He gives the ratio as a few kilograms of resin to about 1 kilogram of chalk. The chalk gives the heated mixture the proper consistency. The inserted blade is aligned by eye. After the knife cools, the fitter removes the resin residue at the joint between handle and blade. Walter Krebs now prepares handles in a vise for knives that will be finished using a combined resin and lead process. First, he heats the long blade tang. After the resin melts, the fitter pours in lead to anchor the tang firmly. To keep the opening free for later lid pouring, he inserts the tang into the handle head. Walter Krebs worked as an independent fitter in his Unnersberg workshop until 1950. And if you want to see a feat of craftsmanship even more amazing than this, be sure to click on this next video, right here.